They don't even do that.
You know you were getting them steamed. Probably had them send them to the cleaners. Got to get ready for pow.
No, man.
Pow coming for you.
No, I don't, it's already wrinkle free.
But you got to unwrinkle.
That shirt will not even touch my bag. It's going to be hanging up in the car by itself.
Next to the kids?
Away from the kids, on its own hanger. I'm going to pick out the best hanger in my closet. I'm putting that polo on. I'm ready for Pow Fine Bomb tomorrow. Hour 3 coming up.
If you want to chop it up with the fellas, call the Be Dry Waterproofing Hotline at 865-200-5503.
We're here with Dr. Mike Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, or instability, Achilles tendonitis, golfers, or tennis elbow, do what I did and give them a call.
Yeah, Jason, we specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat.
This podcast is brought to you by the Premier Surgical Office-Based Surgery Center on Paper Mill Drive in Knoxville. Excellent care designed for patient comfort and convenience.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown!
All right, we are joined by Chris Anderson, who covers West Virginia for 24/7 Sports here on the Be Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Chris, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
247, y'all are famous for the crystal ball predictions where you predict where recruits will go. Are you predicting maybe a game that will both teams will score with 30 points? Are you predicting that?
I have been on record. Vol Twitter has already gotten a hold of my prediction.
Listen up, it's tailgating time again in Tennessee. But most importantly, team, you're gonna need to refi that tailgate and the truck it's attached to with a refinanced auto loan with Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union with their Got That promotion. They'll give you up to $500 for your debt. Are you serious, Coach? That's right, Johnny. Alcoa 10 will pay you up to $500 for your debt. Now, let's get out there and spread the word. Say it with me. Alcoa 10, Alcoa 10, Alcoa 10.
ATFCU is an equal housing lender.
We're here with Dr. Mike Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, or instability, Achilles tendonitis, golfers, or tennis elbow, do what I did and give them a call.
Yeah, Jason, we specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged ligaments, tendons, and joints, including things like rotator cuff injuries, knee instability, elbow problems, as well as foot problems like plantar fasciitis, Achilles, things of that nature, by injecting with stem cells and what's called PRP, or platelet-rich plasma. And this form of treatment we do under ultrasound, so we know we have our target. And it also stimulates the body's own reparative process, and this allows for the healing of damaged tissue. And as you well know, I mean, numerous professional and collegiate athletes, guys like Steph Curry, Tiger Woods, and even yourself with your ankle injury, have been using this form of treatment for years. And so we offer that same type of treatment here in East Tennessee.
Visit them on the web at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in regenerative therapy.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain event.
Guess what time it is? My time. You can check your iPhone. Better say it's our time.
With your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Rick Flair.
865-200-5503 is our telephone number to the B-Dry Waterproofing Hotline. Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Today's lunch special is the famous chicken tender sandwich. It is to die for at Dead End Barbecue. Charlie Burris, Jason Swain. Today is Ben McKee's born day. Today is his birthday. He is lucky he's not here because he would get the paddle. Old school, hazing style here in the Swain event. Thank you for joining us this morning. If you are on the Swain event app, Swain event TV, driven by Toyota Knoxville and ToyotaKnoxville.com, or if you are streaming us online at SwainEvent.com, we really, really appreciate you. Or if you're in the car, or if you have your boom box on your shoulders like the 80s, and you're listening on the radio at 850 AM, 100.9 FM, Rocky Top Sports, we appreciate you as well. Charlie, good morning, individual.
Good morning. Happy to be here. Ready to talk football, ready to talk about these UTEP Miners.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the coach at UTEP?
It's why am I right? He's a first year coach.
Who's the coach?
We should probably know this. Dana DeMille.
Who? Who is that?
Let's see. Dana.
Who?
Does he even have a Wikipedia?
How long
page?
they been playing football at UTEP?
Here we go. Dana DeMille. His record at UTEP is a stout 0-2.
Wow.
And he was formerly the OC at Kansas State.
Wow.
So
when? Last year?
There you go.
I hope it wasn't last year. I hope it wasn't that offensive coordinator I saw last year calling plays when they were going up against West Virginia and was looking little off. I'll just say that.
Since 2009, he's been at Kansas State. He showed up when John Curry showed up, sounds like. And he's been the tight ends coach, running back coach, and then eventually the OC. I don't know when exactly those years were, though. It doesn't specify on here.
When is the Florida game?
Not soon enough. I could say that much. The question I have about the ETSU game and the UTEP game, and is this one of the worst two-game stretches Tennessee's ever had? And obviously I don't mean the toughest. I mean like one of the easiest. Because this is ETSU's FCS. UTEP is arguably the worst team in FBS. They lost by 20 to Northern Arizona, who is an FCS team, in their opening game of the season. So that's the question that I have about this two-game stretch is, yeah, you open up with West Virginia, but then you have maybe the easiest two-game stretch in the history of Tennessee football.
Here's the problem when you have a team like Tennessee that, it's not we're not a juggernaut right now. You want to get to a bowl game, no doubt about it. You want to play good games. If you're going to go to the game, if you're going to spend money traveling, you're going to spend money finding a place to stay, food, all that good stuff. You at least want to see a good game, right? I get that. But if you play some of the tougher teams in SEC, you might lose.
So, you're going to play Georgia, you're going to play Alabama, you're going to play these teams. Yeah, it could be a good game for a quarter or so, but Tennessee's in a position where we are undermanned. And so do you want a great game knowing that your team may lose, or do you want a game that your team's going to have a great chance to win in, but it's going to be against a inferior football team? ETSU, how do I say this in a nice way? They stunk too bad, okay? Because it wasn't even competitive, to be honest. Now, when you play the Ohios and the Appy States, you know that those games are tune-up games, but it's not the same as a UMass. It's not the same as a ETSU. It is not the same as a UTEP. Throw in Bowling Green. Bowling Green, Appy State, Ohio, those games are different. Those games are versus opponents who were at least at the top of their conference. Appy State, they're a winner. They've been a winner in their conference. They've taken Michigan past the brink. They actually beat them, having a chance to beat Penn State this past season. Got really close. So Appy State is a respected program. They're good. They're good football players, good football program. It's not a surprise if they beat one of the Power 5 schools, because they're a good football program. Ohio, with Frank Solich, they have been good in their conference for the last couple of years. You look at Bowling Green, and all you do is look at the name, and their colors are hideous. It's my high school colors at my school, orange and brown. But I'm not bringing up that anyways. But people just look at their name and don't realize that Dino Babers is a dang good football coach, and Dino Babers had one of the best passing attacks with some of the best wide receivers. One was a grad transfer to Alabama. Mm-hmm. People just look at the name and expect Tennessee to beat them by 60. Well, Tennessee still scored over 50 points, beat them by 3 touchdowns. But that's a different category than ETSU. When you're looking at the offense and they can't even pick up a first down and it's the third quarter, or physically they just don't match up at all. At least the Ohios and the Appy States and the Bowling Green, at least that was a little bit of resistance for Tennessee. So maybe you want to see those type of games more than Tennessee ETSU every week. But yeah, I think the 2-game stretch between ETSU and UTEP, it's not going to be the most pleasant viewing session for you, but Tennessee's going to win, and that it gives us another opportunity to fix mistakes heading into the Florida game. And so that's how I look at it. It is 2 scrimmage games before the big game. But it's hard for me. I'm a fan. I can feel this way. Don't be telling me, Swain, you can't overlook UTEP. Yes, I can. I'm not playing. I'm not playing the game, so I can overlook them. I've already created a new folder for my Florida appetizer tailgate recipes on Pinterest. I'm already prepared. Jalapeno poppers, cheese dip, wings. I'm already preparing for the Florida game. I can, because I'm not playing.
I guess we could spend this week, if you really would like to, we can break down UTEP quarterback Kai Loxley.
Who? Who is that?
We could talk about their running back Quardrez Wadley.
Who?
It sounds like the fullback is the coach's kid, Winston DeMel.
I'm so disrespectful. I'm so disrespectful when it comes to these teams. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I mean, they're not good.
I can't help it. I can't help it. I don't need to get ready for the game. I'm not playing. The coaches and the players, they are the ones who can't overlook UTEP. I can. I'm already starting my Pinterest recipes. Can't wait. Can't wait for the Florida game. I'm already starting what new drinks I'm going to try with my Jack Daniels tailgating. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. I'm making plans already for the Florida game.
And you got it, because we found out yesterday It's going to be a night game.
Yeah.
7 o'clock or 7:30 p.m. on either ESPN, ESPN2, or the SEC network, which is interesting choices. I get the feeling it's going to be the SEC network.
It don't matter to me, man.
No.
Night game.
We'll all be there, I think so.
Night game is perfect for this matchup against Florida. When I think about 2004 game, I think about the 2006 game where the referees hosed us there. That place was electric. Electric. Oklahoma 2015 night game. Was it? I think it was a Georgia game that was a night game. No, it wasn't. It was like a 4 or 6 o'clock game, and then it finished up in the night. I think that Georgia game did 2015.
The block kick or the blocked punt game, or the one where Tennessee won. I think both of those were 3:30 though.
Yeah, I think the Georgia game was a day game.
2015 Tennessee beat Georgia.
Yeah, that ended at night. But
yeah,
night games in Inland Stadium, they give you goosebumps or chicken skin or whatever you want to call it. It is electric, and this is what we needed. This is what we needed. Because, you know, the Gators, they a little weird at night. You know, that video, Gators After Dark, they get a little weird.
They're going to come out in costumes.
Yeah, they get a little weird. The phone is ringing. Is that Rod? And is Rod going to call me baby doll today? That's all I want to know. Yeah, what's your name? Because Rod, a couple days ago, called in and said, baby doll on the way out, and threw me off. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I think Rod had just got off the phone talking to his boo right before work, and he was showing some love to her, and he forgot that, you know, he was calling us, and he just accidentally called us baby doll. Same thing he would call us boo. But it is not Rod. It is Mark.
It is Mark.
And so let's get to Mark on the B-Drive Waterproofing Hotline. Mark, good morning.
Swain, my brother, good morning.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, man, yeah, these two teams, I was really looking forward to them after we played West Virginia. I thought we needed 2 scrimmage games, but now I wish we had an Ohio or a Toledo to give us a little bit more competition, because I don't know that we're going to learn too much about playing, you know, this team. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it should be stupid ugly. You know, it concerned me a little bit last game that, you know, we struggled in the first quarter again with the offensive line and you know, 10-3 or whatever it was, 10-0 at the thunderstorm break, or, you know, I'm super concerned about the offensive line. But what I called you about, you know, I haven't watched a pro football game in about a year. I got a little pissed off, but I'm over it. I tried to watch Monday Night Football last night. But it seemed like I was watching a Mountain West 12:30 start time. You know, it was just awful. The commentary, it was just, I mean, it was really lacking for me. I don't know if it was just me. I'd like to get your comment on that just a little bit, and go Vols, brother.
Mark, are you trying to insinuate that Jason Witten is not perfect? I mean, is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I like Booger McFarland. I'm a big Booger McFarland fan, so I always enjoy when he is talking football. I'm a huge Joe Test fan. I really am. I think he is one of the best in the business. I understand that Jason Witten is getting used to this new role. Remember, Tony Romo was a little shaky at the beginning, and then he was phenomenal. I mean, he was calling plays out before they were ran. I mean, if I'm a coach on an opposing team, I'm telling Tony Romo to shut up, man. How do you know all this stuff? You're gonna hurt us. We're not surprising anybody when Tony Romo is commentating, because he's calling out the plays. I watched last night's game between the Raiders and the Rams, and it's a little different. It is. It's a little different. It really is. I'm a fan of 2 teams in the NFL. My Bears and any team that plays against John Gruden. Yeah, I'm petty. I'm being petty, and I'm proud of it, because John Gruden was playing with our emotions on purpose. And so I hope he loses every game this year for the Raiders. So I was rooting for the Rams. So my team won last night. But, yeah, Charlie, did you get a chance to watch any of the NFL Week 1 games last night, and what was your opinion on the games?
I did. I only watched obviously the game came on at like 10:30, so I didn't watch a ton of it because we got to be here so early. But Witten